Well, we're here at MDI High School, and this has been the longest waiting video to meet the MDI teacher. And I'm with Desiree Sirois, who is a PE teacher, and this is your 8th year here?
I believe so.
All right. And we've tried to do this for this is the 3rd week that we've tried to get this happening because of Mother Nature and then Veterans Day, and then we're finally able to do this.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what you do here at the high school.
Okay, so I started about 8 years ago, and one of the things I do is I teach the wellness classes, but I also do a lot of the different PE classes. We all teach the foundation of fitness gym class, which is a requirement for the freshmen, but I also teach some of the electives. The electives that I teach are weight training. We have to use a really nice new fitness center in there.
Brand new, right?
Brand new. It's awesome. The kids are really, I can see a huge improvement just having that the last couple weeks. They're really enjoying the equipment, and it's really upping the level of physical activity, so I'm really, really appreciative of that. Another one that I teach is personal conditioning, which is a lot of strength and plyometrics, and I really like that as it's a lot of times between sports seasons, so you can build up on your foundational strength in order to avoid injuries in the season. Another class that I teach is outdoor activities, which is kind of my favorite to teach. It was something that when I got the job here 7 or 8 years ago was a real goal of mine to get the students out into the park. One of the things that I noticed was the lack of engagement with the park that the students have, and taking 8 years of students out there, 2 different quarters a year, most students have not been in the park.
So hiking, we
go on the carriage roads, we go biking, we go canoeing and kayaking on Little Long Pond, we use the indoor rock wall at Camp Beach Cliff, and then we just do all kinds of I try to find the little hidden gems of MDI with the goal of them fostering a better appreciation for where they live. So hopefully they go on this cool trail that their teacher showed them, and that they want to show their other friends or show their siblings or their parents, and hopefully more fitness results in the whole family.
Okay.
So it was something that I really wanted to do, and getting the bus from the school was a huge thing, and I'm really appreciative of that.
So you do that, and that's what, in a block? I mean, how long? Because by the time you get out there and get moving, it's almost time to get back on the bus and come back.
We have a system.
Okay, give us a system.
We have 80 minutes, and I always do it block C, so we have that lunch buffer of about 20 to 30 minutes. So, we say, get on, as soon as that bell rings and block B, you need to get towards the bus, get everything ready, and let's go. Usually we get there, it takes 10 or 15 minutes to get to the site. We usually can do 60 minutes or so of activity and be back on campus and be about 5 to 10 minutes late for lunch.
Wow.
So it really, if we push and we know the protocol and we know the system, we can get a lot.
You've got it down to science by now.
Somewhat, yeah, definitely. And I think that, they definitely get, 50 minutes or so of canoeing and kayaking in or whatever it might be.
Wow.
So we're able to get to the top of most of the mountains. So, of the ones that are close by, say Parkman or Norumbega or those ones. So it's great.
All right. And then you're looking to start a new class next year.
I am. One of the things that I really like to expose students to the different type of fitness activities that are available in our community. And I think if you realize what's available, then you're number one going to do it on your own time. And if you're exposed to it one time, then you're more likely to try it if a friend invites you. You've never been rock climbing, a friend invites you rock climbing, you're a little timid, but if you've done it in class, you're probably going to do it again, or suggest that you and your family do it. And I think it also creates that sense of commitment to where we live and appreciation of it. So maybe you're more likely to take a job when you graduate college here because you've realized all the wonderful things that we have available. So that's really something I'd like to do in the winter season, because the outdoor activities is spring and fall. And what I would hope to do is get a partnership again with Camp Beach Cliff and maybe do it with the archery and indoor rock climbing. Go to the MDI YMCA and use the pool there. The bowling alley has $1 Tuesdays, so we've been able to do that in Ellsworth. Hopefully doing some ice skating at Chris's Pond and rent some ice skates with Cadillac Mountain Sports, some snowshoeing, and maybe even some sledding.
That's neat. I mean, because it's a four-season community, you're really exposing everybody to everything. Well, like you said, the hidden gems around the area.
It's very cool, and I think, one of the things that I love about physical activity and physical education is being outdoors and just the freedom that comes with movement. And I love team sports, but I also just love getting out there and just experiencing nature in that sense. And so that's something I do a lot on my own time. So it's something that I feel like I can give back and know a little bit about and say, hey, I was on this trail last week and I noticed this really cool thing. Let's go see it again or whatever. I know this teepee that some people built, or I don't know, or something like that.
All right, where did you go to school?
I went to school at Acadia High School, and then I went to Elizabethtown College in Pennsylvania.
All right, and then from there, is this your first job here?
I had 1 year I did Tremont. Emmy Watson needed a long-term sub when she has her first baby. And then I did Steuben. I did the remainder of that school year. They needed a gym teacher in Steuben, so I finished up the school year that year, and then got this job. So I've been there ever since.
Why did you want to come work here?
Well, my husband is an MDI, 1996 MDI grad, and he actually saw the ad in the paper, and he said, "Oh, you have to apply. You could do it. You'd be so good." And I said, I don't know. I said, I don't have that much experience, and it's such, a coveted job. And I said, I don't know. And he goes, just go for it. Just give it a try, and if it doesn't work out, at least you tried. And so I did, and I was amazed that they liked me. It was kind of my dream job, and I never expected that at the age of 22 or 23 at the time, I don't remember exactly, that I would get my dream job. And I sometimes still have to pinch myself and say, oh my God, I have the best job in the world.
Isn't that fantastic, though?
Literally, it's awesome. I do what I love to do every day on a daily basis and get paid to do it.
How great is that?
I love it.
All right, so you're a new mom, relatively.
Sawyer is 6 months old today. So.
Oh, well, happy birthday to Sawyer.
Happy birthday, Sawyer.
And so you had the baby today's November, so last May-ish.
May 20th. Yep.
Okay. And so since that time, you've led the cross-country teams.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about how recovering from the baby and getting back into teaching again, that's a whole different world, isn't it?
It is. I think that when fitness is part of your daily routine, I was able to keep doing that throughout pregnancy. Even the day before we hiked, it's kind of embarrassing this, we were hiking the day beforehand, and I was able to just kind of bounce right back because I feel like my lifestyle habits really enabled me to do that. I kind of joked around with some friends and I said, my life is really the same. It's just like I've been doing a puzzle that had 50 pieces, and now somebody said, oh yeah, plot twist, here's a 500-piece puzzle and go play with that instead. So that's really kind of where I'm at now. It's really the same life, just with more pieces, and I actually like the challenge.
They're moving pieces.
They are moving pieces and growing very fast pieces. But I was ready for the challenge, and I really, really like it, and I hope that I can share the experiences that I've had here working with such wonderful teenagers and faculty and staff and transfer them into the lessons of momhood.
So with Sawyer, do you go running with him? Do you have a running stroller? Or?
Yeah, we do. She was out there, I guess, 2 days after she was born. Dad took her out, and then we do morning family runs, and we get the headlamps on and put her in the little buggy, and we go, and and she wakes up a lot of times to the forest. So,
wow.
Yep.
Wake up into the forest. That's awesome.
It's very. She's a good buggy rider. So we're lucky about that. So it's been really fun.
What have you done marathons? Tell us a little bit about your running history.
My running history was all my best friends and everybody ran in high school, but I was never really that aggressive or that good. I guess I didn't believe to be that good at running. I did field hockey instead. When I started college, I made friends with all the people on the cross-country team, but was really dedicated to academics at that point and couldn't really commit to the racing schedule. So they would let me just run with the team, and I didn't have to necessarily be on the team. I could do workouts. And so what happened was I got all their tips. And I got all the psychological, they would bounce things off me, and I learned what the coach was saying and different things, and I've kind of inferred that, and had a great mentor in Kate Goopy when I was her assistant coach, and really able to transfer that into my own coaching style. And for myself personally, I did 5Ks originally. And my first 5K, I remember I was probably 14 or 15, and my mom had signed me up, and I couldn't understand why the police car was, I'm like, something wrong, and I would turn around and I'd look, and there was
Were you
a police
the trailer?
car. I was the trailer. I was last. I was dead last in the 5K race, and it was so embarrassing too, because the finish line was my driveway. So it was like literally the police escort was following me home. So, but I still enjoyed it enough to continue with that, and my running kind of just has continued since then. And I'm finding myself as I get older, just slow and steady. The longer races tend to be a lot better for me in trail races. So my favorite so far, anything 25K and over.
So how do you, I was forced to run in high school.
Okay.
We ran and I hated it. I despised it. I lived in Bermuda. I had the most beautiful places to run, but if we had to go run cross country, now I played on the junior national rugby team. I could run all day with a ball.
Yep.
But if somebody said, go run this route,
Yep.
it was like literally, how can I fake an injury to get out of running?
Yes.
So how do you make running fun?
So for me, I feel the same way when it's just a straight road. I think really it's been company and the scenery. If I'm on a trail, whether it would be my husband or with the cross-country team or myself, I'm lost in the experience. It's like I'm, Pac-Man trying to get through the roots and rocks, and time can just go by. But if I'm alone on a road, I just stare at the yellow line going, oh my goodness, and so I feel that same way too. And the other thing has really been company. We debate philosophy, politics, religion, everything on the trail, and it becomes this experience. And I think that when somebody says, hey, do you want to share a run with me? That's really what they're saying. You're sharing an experience. When you share a cup of coffee or something, you're doing pleasantries, but when you're really out there in the woods and you're talking and you finish, it's something that you experience together that you can't explain to somebody else, and it creates this event and this memory and that you'll have. And I think that I have had so many wonderful memories with so many different types of people all over the world that it will become, paints the picture of my life and who I am.
You are so passionate about it. When you see this on the video, you're going to see how passionate you are about sharing that. That's fantastic. No wonder. There's a dynasty here, and you've followed through with what Kate has done, and you've continued it and had great success this year, and it's amazing. All right, so now we get into the fun stuff.
Oh goodness.
All right, so what's the one thing that nobody knows about you that you're willing to share right now?
Oh goodness, I'm addicted to Diet Coke.
Really?
Yeah.
As
a health teacher and somebody that everyone thinks eats granola and salads a lot, which I do, but I really like Diet Coke, and it's kind of embarrassing.
What's your favorite food to eat?
I really do like salad, and I think one of the students put it, Desiree's other food group is salad dressing.
What's your favorite salad dressing?
I have this salad dressing that we found in Hawaii that I absolutely loved, and I couldn't get it here, so for the past 7 or 8 years I've been ordering it by the gallon.
Oh my God.
And I'm their #1 customer, so that I guess is also my embarrassing.
What kind is it?
It's a miso. It's an organic miso, so it's just all natural, and it's not any of that fat-free, low-fat. It's just full-fat sesame seeds and
Does it come via UPS or post office?
It doesn't need to be refrigerated, thankfully. But I've started a trend, and my grandmother now orders it. My mom does.
Oh, excellent.
It's my little claim to fame. I think that might go down with me, the miso salad dressing.
And do you watch television? What's your favorite? Or you probably don't have time to watch TV.
I kind of got The Amazing Race. That was always kind of been my dream, to be on it with my husband, or because I love traveling is like my other favorite passion, and I got an Astor grant a couple years ago, and we actually were able to do a lot of, we did a running tour of New Zealand with my Astor grant of my husband and I a couple years ago, to see that experience and share that with the students. So traveling.
Where would you like to go that you haven't been?
I like to go to the Swiss Alps or the French Alps and do some of the trail running there and that sort of thing. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
All right, you have the camera. Anything you want to say to your students, to people watching, family, anything?
Just get out there and enjoy the park and enjoy everything that physical activities can do for you, because movement is liberating and freeing.
Perfect. All right, that's this week at MDI High School with Meet the Teacher. And if you're lucky to have Desiree as a teacher, you'll probably be moving a lot and getting out there and learning about the neighborhood and all the hidden gems. And I don't think you could ask for a more passionate phys ed teacher. And I thank you very much for your time. And we hope you enjoy this. Look at some of the other videos that we have, and make sure you subscribe to the WDEA YouTube channel so that way you're notified next time we upload a video.